Hi everybody. In this lesson, I will talk about Cloud Firestore in React Native. So firstly, we need to enable this in the console by click to database. So we have Cloud Firestore and real-time database. The Cloud Firestore means that you can save your database as a document and collection like in NoSQL. So firstly, we have blank collection or a blank database. So we have a node document here, and we have to set a rule for read and write, or to read the database and to write the data to the file store. So you set the permission to read and write. And in this lesson, I will create a to-do app with Firebase Firestore by creating a new file to-do component, and this component will contain the library Reactnative Firebase to import the Firebase, and a basic component of React Native. And inside this component we have to add a flat list inside the view. Inside the main view we add a flat list, and the flat list has a property of data. We have a render item for the items, for so each of the item we have text component. So the data here is an array. So the to-do task is an array, and it is inside the state. So I have to initialize the state with the to-do task. Here the to-do task is a blank array. So the blank array will contain no task when the component is when the component is created. And then we have the to-do task is a collection name or table name. So here we call this collection, and every collection contain many document. So I import the login component, change to do component from the to do component, and add it as a root component. So inside the to do component we also have to add library, add button, add text input to here. So we have text input for inserting new task name, and the second is a button, a touchable highlight button. When you press a button, it will call a function. And below we have the flat list, and the flat list will contain the list of data of tasks. So each task has a task name in a row. So where is on press add. So this is a function when you call press to add new task. So inside this function we firstly we call the reference to the Firebase Firestore, and after successful it will return to the data that had just inserted. So we have a new state of new task name. After typing the task name, it will get the new task name from text input. So the object here has several property, task name, description, etc. After insert successfully, it will clear state. It will clear the state for the new state to be added. So when it is arrow, it will also clear the new task name, and it will log out to the screen about data. And we must refresh before running this app. So refresh to ensure that the database or the Cloud Firestore is empty. And running, you can type a task name to here, A123, and add with okay. So we have the added data has been added to the database, or it is added successful. If you want to see the detail, you can use the json.string define, and you can see the detail about this. When the component did mount, I will call some tasks to on snapshot. On snapshot will listen any change in cloud Firestore. If there is any change from cloud Firestore, the on snapshot will be called with a query snapshot. Is total data. So inside the query snapshot, I will we can iterate for it. You can for loop. Is inside this for loop, I will add component, add data to a list of to-dos, add a data to a list, and the doc.data will be the object of task, or the task object. So I set a state. I change the state to do task to the array, to the new array, and after the state has been is changed, the user interface will be refreshed. Okay, refresh. So we have the first, and I can add more B123 and pressing add. Yes, B123 here. It calls on snapshot, and it refreshes the state. So refresh the user interface. C, D, and what I want to do is how to sort by alphabet, A, B, C, D, or how to sort. So it is very simple. You can use a sort in JavaScript. So call sort function. Inside the sort function, we have an arrow function to determine which is so inside we have A and B. A and B is two objects inside the array, and I can compare the task name, the field, up to object, and depending on the comparison result, we have the sort result as ascending. Yes, so we have a sort ascending. Okay. Yes. So how I want to sort descending or reverse the list. So for simply, you can change the size. Okay. So sort as descending. Okay now. Yes. So you can continue to customize your user interface, but here we have warning a missing key, and how to fix this. Simply you can add the key extractor to automatically re-render, so it will make the task name as key, but the task name will be different for any of the element. I customize a little bit the text component, and refresh, reload. Yes, so you see that we have a new component list here. Some of the has been sorted, so we have the list. When you press add, you can insert to the list. Okay, so refresh to see the updated data in the database. So you can click here to refresh. Yes, and you see that this is the data we have just added. Yes, we have A123, C123, etc. So you can delete the database here in the console by deleting, and you can check a condition that when the task name is blank, it will alert to screen that the name is blank. So the user have to re-enter the task name. Yes, click to here, blank. Okay, task name is blank. Okay, refresh. So you can delete all the document here, or all the record a document is the same. Yes, request, and then the on snapshot has been called immediately, so the user interface will be refreshed. Okay, Okay, thank you very much for watching this lesson. Please subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye bye.